Coming up on this episode of the Spiro podcast.
Unfortunately, in my market, I'm still seeing many houses that are about probably under 280. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at these because I have a buyer in that price point. And I'm like, why are these agents not taking photos of these houses? It is insane to me.
Welcome to the Spiro podcast, managing your real estate photography and videography business. With your hosts, Todd Kivimaki and Craig Magrum.
Hi, and welcome to the Spiro podcast, managing your real estate media business. Spiro is a software platform. It's designed to help you grow your business, run it day to day, really help you manage the ins and outs of the real estate media business industry that you have. I had the privilege of being the first beta tester for this software, and I can tell you, even in the earliest days, before it had the scheduling system, before it had all the bells and whistles that it has now, it allowed me to go from shooting in, well, I was doing my own editing, but shooting and editing 2 shoots a day to being able to do 6 to 7 listings a day. And that was as a solopreneur. So an incredible software platform that can really help you scale up your business. And the whole point of the podcast is to help you build a strong business, talk about the business of what we do, not necessarily the creative side. There's tons of great resources out there for that, but to help you build a strong business because we want to see you grow and succeed. So welcome to the podcast. I'm Craig Magrum, host of the podcast, and each and every week, most every week, Todd Kivimaki, owner of Spiro, and the co-host would be joining us, but he's on one more week of vacation, well-deserved, spending some great time with his family. A familiar face and voice will be joining us. We'll introduce her actually right now, Shannon Landers.
Hi,
welcome
Craig.
To the podcast.
Thank you. I always love to be here with you guys. It is a little odd without Todd, though, right? It's like I feel like we're like the 3 amigos here.
And yeah, that's true. But
I know
we'll have some fun with this. When the cat's away, the mice will play. So
amen.
I don't know what trouble we can get in, but
I did talk to the cat yesterday. He's doing well, having a great time.
Good.
So they're wrapping up some Disney adventures and then heading off to do some other things. So I'm really happy he's getting that time away, especially like I told him yesterday, we're about to spend half the month of November away from our families.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's really good he's getting that time in.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, it's industry convention time as we get ready to roll into November here. And what's coming up on the conference scene?
We're pumped. Todd is MCCing the rep conference. That's awesome. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. And of course, we're going to do an amazing presentation on broker, all things kind of broker related. Of course, he's got some great ideas for that. So, we're excited to get out there, see everybody, right? And that's a lot of it, Craig, just kind of get face to face with a lot of people. I'll even say some people that aren't even our clients yet. We have great relationships with some of these other people and we get great ideas from them. So it's just a lot of fun, although Vegas can be tiring. And I am vitamin up and getting all I can.
That's smart. I should probably be doing that.
Yes. Getting all the vitamins I can and taking my ingest, not just for flying in general. I always feel like you just get uck on the planes. But yeah, this year it's a little hard on us because, it's not button up where we could just shift from one to the other. So we are going 1 week and then we come home for a week and then we go back for a week for PMRE. So but we're pumped. We're excited. We have some great things that we're going to announce at these conferences. So that's all I'm going to tease right now is that just be on the lookout for some great commercials and so great information of things to come. But we're excited. We're going to have some fun gear to hand out. So, maybe some t-shirts, maybe some sunglasses that might be a little fun. So I'll just toss that out there.
My question for you, Shannon, with the sunglasses, do you wear your sunglasses at night?
Of course. Is that Don Henley? Is that who that is? Is that Don Henley?
I'm terrible with artist names. I don't know. I just know the song.
Well, how about this, Craig? I will send you your own pair.
There we go.
because they do have a little saying on the side, and it might also be music related. So,
Oh, fun.
yes.
Okay. All right. Well, it's gonna be a good time. So yeah, well, if you're going, we will see you. I'll be at Rep as well. I'm looking forward to it. I've been chatting with people on Facebook that have friended me, and that I haven't had the privilege of meeting in person. So I'm excited.
I'm excited you're gonna be there too, because Craig, you and I actually haven't hung out together in a long time. So I'm excited to see you too. And it'll be just the three of us outside of wow. We'll have some awesome wow people with us too. So that'll be fun. PMRE is a little bit more different. You know, we have a booth there that's just a little bit more of a different scene, but also fun. And we get to be around great people. I'm really looking forward to being with Titus at PMRE. So Titus will be with us there, and that'll be fun. But no, great things to come. So everybody on the lookout. Then I do want to just remind people that we are still selling tickets for January for Spiro Sync.
Yes.
So we do have a few more speakers we're going to get out there and headline for you guys. But I do want to remind people, this is a different event. This isn't like Rep. This isn't like PMRE. This isn't you sitting and listening. This is actually everybody engaging, okay? Breakouts with different topics, everybody bringing their ideas together. So it really is different. And then again, the big thing is, if you come to Spiro Sync, you get a vote on what we do in 2026.
That's exciting. That's very cool.
That's really cool. So the tickets, you can visit just spiro.media. And we've got a tab there for Spiro Sync. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me, Shannon at spiro.media. And we'll love to get you there, especially if you would love to lead a topic. We'd love to know if you want to come and lead a topic that you're really good at. That's what this is about. So just remember, it's a different type of event. Nothing like you've gone to at Rep or PMRE. So just not that those things are not great. So please note, I'm not stating that. I'm just saying it's different.
Yep. That's coming up January, towards the end of the month, January.
22nd and 23rd, 24th if you're VIP. Now, here's the thing too, guys. VIP tickets are sold out, but I have opened up the wait list for them.
Okay.
So if we do have a little bit of wiggle room, so I might be able to let a few people in. So, either sign up for your ticket, shoot me an email and say, hey, I would like to be on that VIP wait list, or join the wait list and I'll reach out to you and chat with you. Either way works. But yeah, we're planning lots of fun. We're very excited.
Good stuff. Dayton, Ohio. Join us.
Dayton, Ohio, babe. Let's go.
In the middle of winter. It's going to be awesome.
Hey, we've got a good chance. Okay. You got a 50% chance there's going to be a lot of snow. You got a 50% chance it's going to be 60 degrees. Because we get one weekend in January that is like 60 somehow.
I have golfed in January before in Northwest Ohio.
So it's not always, I would say February is honestly the worst month, right?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So January, it's good. Start your year off right in Dayton, Ohio.
Okay. Good stuff. We're looking forward to meeting y'all. Well, Shannon, let's cut to it. Let's dive into this. We are in the month of October here, the last week. In the last quarter of 2025, it has absolutely flown by. And we'd love to check in with you throughout the year just to get kind of a previous quarter review and a forecast for the upcoming quarter. So let's dive in. What happened third quarter 2025?
We're not seeing markets crash, everybody. So I'm hearing some articles come out that the real estate market's going to crash. It is not. So if you see those clickbait articles, please move on from them. And also thank you guys. I know it stinks that it's October 24th and it won't be when you hear this, but today it's October 24th and we have to do these stats so late, but they literally just came out yesterday.
Oh, really?
For September.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't have the whole quarter to take a look at, until now. So that's why, unfortunately, these lag a bit. So just the data does lag. It takes 3 weeks or so to get this data out. So just be mindful of that if you're searching for the data yourself out there, which you can. NAR.realtor is where I grab most of this data. So it's not secret resources that I have. I'd like to say that, but it's not. It is all public and out there. But let's just talk about the 3 quarters. I mean, we have, right, July, August, September. So we all know quarter 2 and quarter 3 house most of the house sales, right?
Sure.
Especially in what I like to call that northern part of the U.S., right? Where we draw a line in the middle, and that northern part where we're really seasonally cool, you see more sales. So it's no question that July sales were up 2% month over month. August sales went down 0.2% month over month.
I felt that in my market.
You felt that. And honestly, if you look year over year, that's a pretty standard dip down. Yep. School starts, activity changes. And then September, we did bounce back up 1.5%. So we saw, and I think we saw that throughout just our clients at Spiro. September bounced back up for everybody a little bit. And October's really kind of tracking the same. If I just kind of look at October, a lot of times you can get some October shoots with just weather changing and people want to get exterior shots done before and all of that stuff. So unless you're in Florida, that does not matter. So if we're just, and these are nationwide numbers, Craig.
Right.
Nationwide numbers is what I'm talking about. Okay.
Averages, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So it's taking the whole, all the regions, the 4 regions that they talk about all the time. So, sales prices though are holding steady. You know, this is when we get into the median sales price, this is what really fluctuates from region to region, state to state, local market to local market, right? But on the average, July and August was 422, so 422,000 is a median sales price, and 415 in September. So there's the story. Okay. All right. There's a little bit of the story that we're going to talk about today. Inventory keeps increasing. This is not news either. It shouldn't be news to anybody. Inventory is increasing. And it has a long way to go still. So, but it is increasing, which is what's softening the market a bit. And depending on where that inventory and where you are and how high that inventory is getting will depend on how soft the market gets. And then days on market are trending up.
I was going to ask about that. It seems like from what I'm hearing from realtors in my market, things are sitting a lot longer. I'm hearing more and more about price reductions.
Yes. And what's interesting, we've been talking a lot in my office that, you know, in the previous quick market, I will say quick market, you would be on 7 days. And if you didn't have an activity, you were dropping your price. Okay. I listed 2 homes above $400,000 in Dayton, which is not quite luxury, but we really say anything over 500 in Dayton is almost luxury market. And those homes, I did not do a single, well, one, I didn't do a price reduction. The other one, I did a price reduction after 21 days. I'm waiting 21 days is what we are doing in most of us in our office. Unless the activity is like absolutely none, then you talk to your sellers. Okay. Now the one I did price drop, we knew we were going to go a little higher. We kind of felt it. So we were like, we'll drop in this time frame if we don't see some activity. Okay.
Sure.
So that is all normal. Now I am in Dayton, Ohio, in the Midwest market where things don't move crazy up or down that fast.
You know what I'm thinking about right now? The fact that you said Dayton, Ohio, 500 and above luxury. I'm just thinking about California right now, and they're choking on their drink right now. 500 luxury.
I know, right?
That might get you maybe a 2-room house or something in California.
I mean, the average sale price in the state is over 800,000. Now it's not the median, but that's the average. That's crazy. Think of an entire state as big as California. California is enormous.
It is.
And it's just absolutely insane to think that every area. I mean, I have an uncle that lives in San Diego. Him and I talk about the market all the time. He bought his house 20 some years ago for $300,000 and he could sell it today for $1.5 million.
Jeez.
It is absolutely insane. And it is his retirement plan, and that's great. It's a beautiful thing, and he'll probably move to Arizona, and that'll be that. And but yeah, what are all these numbers telling us, right? We're trending, and we've been talking about it a lot in my office too. We're trending to what I keep telling everybody is a normal market. What we have experienced the last, it feels like decade, but probably 6-7 years, is a very fast moving market, almost unhealthy. Unhealthy to the sellers, unhealthy to the buyers, unhealthy for the agents, unhealthy for agent relationships, because we're all fighting and we're all trying to get, something for our clients, especially if you're in those lower priced markets where the majority of the home sales are. You're up to probably 250, 300 price point. I have a map I'll look at in a minute on that, but it really, that's where you're going to see still some multiple offers, those price ranges, right? You're still going to see that. We are still seeing on average about 2.3 offers per home.
Okay.
Nationwide. That's a nationwide number. That is actually down, but down from 2.4.
Okay.
So not crazy. I really think, again, the inventory tells a story. Pending home sales tell a story. Prices, to be honest, as we just talked about, we saw a little dip, but if you look month over month, median sale prices are remaining fairly steady. And so there's just a lot of all these numbers to chat through, but we're seeing the majority of the market see days on market grow, buyers taking longer to make their decisions because they don't feel like they have to jump off the fence,
Right.
Which is good. We can help somebody buy a home that's contingent on selling their home. That's a good thing, right? All of these things. So I'm saying 90 days. We're not at a 90-day market yet, but in certain price ranges we are. And in certain price ranges, that's absolutely normal. We do have the highest month of supply numbers that we've had in years. So we are sitting at 4.6 months supply. Okay. So what does that mean? Right. This goes back to our little line of 0 houses, months of inventory to 12 months of inventory. When we hit 6 months of inventory, they consider that a balanced market.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So we see that we're trending there. Okay. Now that's an overall supply. Okay. Many markets still can take plenty of inventory before we're going to see it completely swing. But you're going to hear the news and people say, buyer's market. And that's why we are. And like I said, in certain price points, you're going to see higher inventory. Those larger price points, you will see a longer month supply there. And that's okay.
Can I pick your brain on
Please.
on a realtor's outlook on this, especially realtors that have just, say, gotten licensed in the last 5 years? As the days on market have gone longer, okay, in the boom when things were flying off the market, I heard a lot, and I've heard others in our industry say realtors wouldn't worry too much about even photos or let alone video because, well, why do I need to spend the money? The house is going to sell in 2-3 days. As things have gone longer now and things are sitting longer, what kind of attitudes or psychological states have you seen in your fellow realtors, especially those that are newer? Is there a panic? Are they struggling? Are they rethinking how they market? What's going on mentally for a realtor in these changing conditions?
So marketing should be the number one place that they look. Not all smart agents and agents that do the research, agents that pay attention, agents that are really, really trying to be heavy listing agents as you should. Pay attention. So as an example, for my listings, of course, I used Wow Media Tours.
Sure.
And I ran nationwide ads on my listings.
All listings or at a certain
No,
price point?
just the two that I had yes. I didn't do it. I had another local listing that was price point at like 160. So I knew locally we'd get that gone.
Sure.
But with one I had north of town, it is an area, and this is, I do live in a base town, right? We have Right Pat, so we have people coming in and out all the time. We also have a lot of aeronautics here and different things like that. So we have a lot of people coming in and out for that stuff. So I knew, hey, somebody that's going to come in and buy a $450,000 house in this area probably is going to come from out of state, just a good likely. Okay. So I ran national ads. Now I have no direct correlation to give because I didn't retarget those. I didn't do any retargeting. So I can't drill down to a specific buyer that I received. But what I can tell you is the person that's buying that house is from Arizona.
Okay.
So whether that ad got to them, they saw the house, then they went to Zillow, or they were just doing their app and they saw the house come on the market, or their agent. There's many ways for people to see homes, right? But to the point that when I was working with the sellers and I said, hey, here's what I'm going to do for you. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this media. We're going to go all out. They had a great backyard. We're going to twilight that backyard up. We're going to make sure it looks like people feel like they can just already see themselves in your backyard before they come walk through the home, right? I also did a Zillow tour because I knew I needed that activity on Zillow. And my listing got more activity than any other listing in the area.
Wow.
Yes. So, and I was under contract at a full price offer. So, and my sellers felt very comfortable about the plan to market their home. So that's what we talk about. That's what I try to tell agents in the office too. Like, you have to, we know price is a lot of this, but you have to market the home to get as many eyeballs on the home to then try to help reach what you need to for your seller, right? That's easy. That's not a difficult saying. Unfortunately, in my market, I'm still seeing many houses that are about probably under 280. And I'm looking at these because I have a buyer in that price point. And I'm like, why are these agents not taking photos of these houses? It is insane to me. So I think as those days on market, even for those homes grow, to answer your question, yes, these agents are going to go, oh crap, I can't skimp here. I can't. Now, we talked about this with Titus. There's a lot of reasons agents don't do photos. They might have the money.
But the tightest advantage to that is that it can come out at closing.
Can come out at closing.
Right.
This is why, we had Nick, we're railroading and I'll bring us back. But Nick and I hopped on it live the other day in our Facebook super user group to just talk about some questions we were hearing. We were hearing quite a few people say, I don't want to offer this to my agents because they don't want these things. And I'm like, I don't think we should make those decisions for our agents. Like, why? And in fact, Nick's stats are only 5 to 20% will use pay at close.
Okay.
It's more of a lead magnet. Hey, we offer this. So an agent can have a choice based off their life and their finances at the time, if they want to pay with a credit card or if they want to move that payment out. And they might move it out for 0%. So what would they care? So
what's the opportunity for the real estate photography or videography owner, the company owner, in this current market, say third quarter going into fourth quarter? What's the opportunity for us as real estate media professionals in attracting new clients, new realtor clients? How can we position ourselves to be an asset to that realtor?
I think right now, ensuring that you've got a package that speaks to helping an agent run an ad or do social media well, right? Having a reel included in a package. Agents will at least understand that this is a piece that will come to me that I can upload and do ads or I can run, and it can help get me traction. And it'll help my seller feel very good about what I'm doing to help sell their home, right? We do know first impressions are everything.
Yep.
And as we shift into this market, because again, even those agents, even the good agents that knew when we were selling houses in 1 hour, that they wanted the media on their houses because that's what they do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
They sell houses. That's how they get the next listing, right? We talk about that all the time. How do you get the next listing? So when we are seeing months of supply rise, days on market rise, sales prices kind of hanging steady. We're going to end up selling a little over 4 million houses this year, which is pretty much what they predicted. I don't think we'll get quite where we want. September, we had a little bit of rate down. That's going to help October. I think we're seeing that. We won't see those numbers till the end of next month, but we're seeing all of those things kind of come together to release some of that pent-up demand.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you do get kind of back to a few, depending on how rates fall the rest of the year, we could see some of that demand come back in the market. So I say definitely you got to have packages that speak to your agents that say, this is going to help you market the house. This is going to help you run social media ads. This, you don't need to know how to run the ads. Give them the content, give them the piece that they need, the 20 seconds, I go lean into Wow's product with the trendy videos and the short Insta videos and their social 6, because that is a usable package for me, that I have all those videos ready to go that I can schedule and push out and I can market. So using things like that, go talk to agents. How are you marketing your listings, right? I think the biggest thing in the fourth quarter is you've got time to go talk to your people. Go talk to them.
That's what I'm planning on. I actually look forward to fourth quarter when things can slow down, because I'm out there shooting, spring, summer, early fall, and I'm slammed. I don't have time to talk with the realtors.
Nope.
And I feel kind of bad about that, because I don't want them to think that I'm taking them for granted by not talking to them, and I'm just expecting the business. But this is that time of year where things do slow down. You can sit down, consult with them, check in. How's your year been? Have you been happy with the media that we've been providing for you? Let's brainstorm marketing ideas. How can I be of value to you, an asset to you? And that's why, Shannon, I so value when you come on to talk about the numbers, because you're giving us some education that we can actually sound like we know what we're talking about. And we're not just talking about photography or video. We're talking about the industry and understanding what the realtor is dealing with day to day in terms of, real life numbers, market conditions. And if we can add value to that realtor by having some knowledge of that ourselves, being educated in that, how much is that going to impress that realtor? And hey, this is a valuable member of my team. They know what I'm dealing with. They're trying to find solutions for me. It's just going to deepen that relationship, that working relationship. So
yeah, I mean, you could lead with a great question of just, reaching out and say, hey, I'd love to grab coffee. I see days on market are stretching. I'm curious what your marketing plan for 2026 is. Agents right now should be planting seeds for the spring market. That's what agents should be doing.
Yep.
And so we can do it the same in the media company by getting with these guys and ensuring that you get their spring business, and you ensure that you help them get that. Or what content could you do for them now? Because right now could just be content that you could do for them to help them market themselves over the next 3 months to be ready for the spring market.
Right.
So I think everything is great with leading with questions, right? Lead with questions, ask them, understand these numbers, get these numbers from your local market though, right? Definitely dial in. These are national numbers that we're talking about. If we really look regionally, what we see regionally is 46% of the sales this year so far have come from the Southeast market.
Wow. 46% in just the Southeast?
Just the Southeast.
Man, you photographers down there. Good on you. You're busy.
So, now where are you seeing the majority of price reductions?
Probably Southeast.
Southeast.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So, in fact, the Northeast market and the Midwest are primarily flat. I mean, the Northeast, you could say, they probably still struggle with the majority of the inventory issues. And again, Midwest always lags. We lag behind East West Coast, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. We lag behind and we can kind of see what's happening. But yeah, get these local numbers. I mean, again, I can go to my Dayton board right now, do housing stats, and I can see the housing stats. Sales, just to give an idea, my local market compared to the national, we are up 0.46, I think, in sales total for the year. It's been a pretty flat year for sales, but we're still up almost 6% in prices. Are agents making money still?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Just because the units are down, volume's still up a bit. Again, price reductions here in Dayton aren't crazy. We're talking like 10,000 or, even at the higher rate, you're not seeing a big gap there. So, but understand those local numbers. And then that's going to help you build some questions that you can lead out and lead these phone calls, get these coffees, and just see, because I do think as we head through fourth quarter, we'll continue to see these trends. And I think the 2026 spring market, although healthy, I think will be very healthy. Mm-hmm. I think we'll have longer days on market. We'll have, agents have to reset expectations. So think about that. Agents need to reset expectations with their sellers. So what does that look like from the media world? How can the media world help an agent reset expectations with their sellers?
That's a great question. That's a question I wanted to ask.
Educational content.
Okay.
Help them with some content, because they need to be pumping out, here's what the spring market could look like. We need to be prepared earlier. If your move target is X, it might take 60 days to sell your house. We need to be prepared and plan. And we need to do great media and make sure your home is ready. The houses that are still, the houses that are still moving very quickly, guess what they have?
Staging, decluttering.
They look beautiful. They're ready. They're freshly painted. And some might not all be perfect. They might not have all new mechanics or things like that, but they look good and they get attention. And so those homes are still moving pretty quickly.
One of the most basic things that I talk to my realtors about, and it amazes me that some still just don't get this, is something as simple as providing a getting ready guide to your realtor to give to the seller. And I've told sellers, I've complimented sellers that have taken the time to actually get their home ready. I tell them, look, I can shoot, say, a $750,000 house that is not ready, that the photos don't look as good as a $350,000 house that is ready.
Yes.
And so great job on getting your house ready. The photos are going to look amazing because of it. Yeah, I do a little bit, but you did the hard work. To see the seller's face just light up.
Yes.
They put in a ton of hard work,
they
right?
Do.
So when you do that as the photographer, what you're actually doing, this is where you can add value to the realtor that hired you. You are making that realtor look good because you are complimenting the seller. They are totally stressed out right now, right? This getting ready to sell their home is one of the most stressful times of life. So anything you can do to bring some peace into their life and make them feel good, you are making yourself valuable to that realtor and helping make this whole transaction a much smoother one. It goes beyond just good photos. It's how you interact with the sellers as well. So if you can be that's when I talk about being a part of a realtor's team, that's what I'm talking about. It's not just about taking the photos and the video. Yeah, we're creatives, but we're also marketing consultants and salespeople, business development people. You will make yourself so invaluable to that realtor by taking that kind of approach. Something as simple as complimenting the seller on the work that they did.
Absolutely, because you can't just be the photo guy or the girl. Like you have to be, my media company or my media person or my guy, my girl. Mm-hmm. Like that is who you want to be. You don't want to be, who do you use? Oh, sometimes I use this company. Sometimes I use that company.
You're a commodity.
You're a commodity at that. Yeah. And this is a service industry. Yes, you're going to deliver digital assets, but a photographer is a professional service
Mm-hmm.
at the heart of everything, right? And agents are gonna have to lean in to this marketing.
Yeah.
They really, we're swinging back. Again, like I said, this is all good things. Buyers don't have to buy homes without home inspections, but like all of these things are actually very healthy. Realtor sentiment is confidence is good. They're predicting right now 14% increase in sales in 2026. So, and
Really?
I think that's kind of being driven by some interest rates. Interest rates is interesting, and I think my next podcast with you guys, I want to actually bring somebody on and help us dive into interest rates and just what it means, because there's a lot of people that just really don't understand. Like if the Fed just cuts rates a quarter, that doesn't always mean interest rates are going to go down. And sometimes the Fed cuts rates and interest rates go up, and people are like, well, it's all about the basis points, and things don't trickle all the way just from the Fed cutting the interest rate. So there's a lot that goes into that, but I think the interest rate will be what kind of leads us into next year. And if we can stay where we're at or get a little bit further down at 6, maybe a little under 6, then I think you'll really start to see some other movement. I mean, you still got a lot of the market that has an interest rate between 3 and 6%. But you have 30% of the market buying in cash. But
Jeez.
think of that.
Wow.
30% of the market's buying in cash.
Really?
Now, whether that's...
Was it higher back even, say, a year ago?
I'd have to go look. I didn't look at the year over year on that one.
I swear I heard about a lot of cash offers, and that was boggling my mind.
Yeah, well, and it's because okay, so remember we talked about this. So what is it, like 51% of people have an interest rate under 4% or something. Okay. Now, the 3%, there's been quite a few people to move out of those. So we've seen some movement out of the 3. Like the under 3 is finally like not so high, like it's good. But there's still a lot between 4 and 6. But with like over 50% of the market having an interest rate around 4% is like that, you're not going to get people out. But at the same time, you had, I can't remember what the percentage was. I'd have to go look, but it was, I think, almost like 45% of people had more than 50% equity in their home. So that's a lot of equity. And so people have bought cash from their homes being paid off. And whether they've done a bridge loan or they've just had the assets to buy and then sell and then replenish their assets, which is what's happened with those cash deals, a lot of them. So now, and you're still seeing investors buy, especially certain areas. Like,
that's what I was going to say. Aren't a lot of those cash deals also investment properties or investors?
Yeah. But the market becoming more affordable will help curb a little bit of that, and that actually isn't a bad thing. We can't get too many neighborhoods bought up by investors and just be rental neighborhoods. You got to have a kind of a combination in there to keep neighborhoods healthy. And unfortunately, it is just a proven stat that renters don't take care of the home as much as a homeowner because they don't own it. So yes, but the American dream is live and well. And you got to do your local research. I cannot stress it enough. I'm happy to give these numbers. I'm happy to give you the resources again to these numbers. You can go get them yourself. NAR.realtor is where I get a lot of the stats from. I also get a lot from Keller Williams because I have that access. I look at my local Dayton numbers all the time, every day. And every day inventory is rising just a bit in the Dayton market. And that's what we're seeing. But sales are holding strong, and we're not, like I said, we hit the bottom over a year ago, and we should trend up a bit, and a healthier market for everybody, for media companies included.
There you go. So as we kind of wrap things up here at the end of the podcast, going into fourth quarter and first quarter of 2026, what would be your one piece of advice to that real estate media owner right now to get ready? Well, I mean, we're already in fourth quarter, but to get ready for the fourth quarter and headed into first quarter 2026.
Well, we've already said it, Craig. Call your people, talk to your people, have these conversations, know what your top VIPs are planning on for spring and ask them how you can help them.
Simple enough.
It's simple.
And have the numbers, bring them with you.
But yes, and ask them, say, hey, I'd love to dial into any data you have about the market and understand it more, right? And it might be hey, can I meet you at the office for 20 minutes? And that's easier for the agent. That's fine.
Yeah.
Meet them where they are, right?
Right.
If they can't, have a conversation on the phone. Count that as an appointment. But right now, I mean, once a day, you should have the time to make a phone call, say hello, stop by an office, see who you can see, get into some office meetings, and then go make sure you're the one taking the media at their holiday events. So,
that's a good idea.
it's relationship time, right? It's relationship time. We're kind of getting through shooting time. Now, some markets, right, are still pretty busy and they'll stay busy for another, probably 30, 45 days. October is typically your last listings that you can try to sell before the end of the year.
I've been slammed with shoots in October.
Yeah.
It's like I'm wanting to shift into that meeting mode. I can't yet. It's like I don't have time.
It's a good problem to have for sure.
Yeah.
While seeing another record year. So and we'll share some of that data when we're at rep, but it shouldn't be difficult to grow your business right now with the agents having days on market getting longer. Their mindset should be shifting to, I really need to do a good job of marketing this house. And maybe you're one of our media companies that has Titus signed up, and talking about pay at close could just get you together and say, hey, I want to help you make your money work for you. I want to tell you about something new I'm offering. Can we get together and talk about it? What a powerful way to reach out to somebody, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Hey, I have something that might help you. And it's not just a video or photos. It's something else.
Different tool. Yeah. Again, you're adding value in new and creative ways that helps their business.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Good stuff. Shannon Landers. I can't call you a guest anymore. I mean, you're part of the team. You're a regular. So thank you. We always appreciate the insight you bring to us on the number side of things. So
awesome.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you, Craig, for all that you do for us. And thank you for, the podcast and all you do, because we help a lot of people all the time.
It's my privilege.
And that is really great. So, and I'm loving everything you're doing, Craig. So keep it up.
Oh, shucks. Gonna make me blush.
No,
seriously, guys, though, I do enjoy doing this. And I've shared this, those that have listened for a long time, you already know this, but my background was broadcasting. I worked in radio for almost 20 years. And when I realized I wasn't going to continue in that industry anymore, there was a little bit of a grief, because there's parts of it I just really enjoy doing. So the fact that I get to do this and be with an audience every week and hopefully provide some content that is going to help them and benefit them, I mean, I really do see that as a privilege. It kind of breaks up my week. It just provides me variety. I think I have a little ADD, so changing things up, it really helps. It helps, right? Adult onset ADD sure.
It is.
Oh my gosh,
there's too many things going on. I actually got diagnosed with it too myself, and
did you?
Yeah, and they say it's just there's too many things coming at us. There's too many ways to communicate. There's
no joke.
Yeah. So to that point, guys, get in your priorities of what you need to do and focus on it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do got to let some things, not happen or say no. That's been this week for me. I've been grinding on some stuff, getting it ready for the conferences. And I've had to tell other clients, I'm sorry, I need to help you next week. And sometimes that happens.
Right.
But thanks again. I love it. Yeah. I'd be on every week if I could with you guys, but nobody wants to hear me every week. I promise.
Oh, we'll talk to Todd. Maybe that can happen. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for the time. We know you're still busy, this time of year. So we appreciate the time you take to listen, to watch. If you found some value to this podcast, we'd love a like on YouTube. Feel free to share it in the various real estate media groups that are out there on Facebook and whatnot. And just make sure you take some time to breathe. Be thankful for the blessings in your life and have a great week. Take care.
Thank you for joining us for the Spiro Podcast, Managing Your Real Estate Photography and Videography Business. This is a production of Spiro and Wow Video Tours. You can find out more about Spiro's real estate media business management software at our website, spiro.media.